house so I can go to work in the morning. I had a good day at work though. It was a good. I had a good day. I had a really good day. I cannot complain. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't. I had a good day. No lie, I did. So, did it break? I'm about to be so mad. I just got on here to tell people that when you tell your story pertaining to something, it's your story to tell. Never be afraid to tell and or share your story because it's your story to tell. I definitely can be understanding how some people may fear telling their story because they think that something is gonna happen to them, things of that nature. But my car is scared. I don't like that. But it's your story to tell. I never want anybody, and this is where I say people have a misunderstanding, right? People have a misunderstanding with disrespect and honesty. Okay. If I am, and I've said this on here so many times, if I am telling my story pertaining to a interaction that I've had with you, hi. It's never me speaking ill will about you. I'm speaking ill will on the situation that me and you went through. Did it break? I'd have been so mad. I remember I was on live because I was about to say mother. I didn't catch myself, but you're never wrong to tell and or share your story. It's your story to tell. I will never understand how someone can genuinely say, right? Someone is a bad person because they are speaking on and or about them. Yes, because this is what I encountered with you, right? That's like if, and I'm gonna use this as the perfect example. If my son's father was to sit here and tell his story with me, there's no way in the world I could get mad at that man. There's no way, because these are things that I've done. I have to take accountability and responsibility for it. I would not get mad at him because this is what I did to him. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just using that as an example, but you can't sit there and say, well, you can. Now, I always tell people I can't tell you how to feel or what to say or what to do, right? Because I'm nobody's mother besides Noah. But at the end of the day, what you want to speak in, you guys? Connected to moody, 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 moody. Knocked out, you guys. My piece to my watch on. All right, so I'm just getting here. My mom got to eat. Hi, you guys. But seriously, I don't want somebody to feel bad because of a story, like their story. I will always never be able to tell you a story. I don't care who you are. If somebody did something to you, you feel like you need to talk about it or, get it off your chest, go ahead. I mean, I will never look at, or I will never hear someone's story and say, oh my goodness, why you sitting up there speaking bad about them? You should be saying something good about them. Well, maybe if they treated somebody good, they will have something good to say about them, pertaining to them. You can't force somebody to say something that's not true because you want to look good. Baby, it don't work like that, sweetheart. Sorry. Okay. But yeah, never be afraid to tell your story. And I don't understand how someone could go and say to somebody, you're speaking ill will about me and or on me. Hold on, y'all. going down through this. Birds can't sit here and the phone's gonna die. All I need is blue. I just gotta go with my feet. My feet hurt. Listen, look. Oh, her outlets suck. Oh, see, no. I can't stay here. This is not gonna work. I can't even like get over here. That probably sounds so bad under somebody's head. I'm so sorry. People downstairs. All right. I had to leave from downstairs because it was gonna be a while. I know I have to wait. But yeah. So I just don't understand how when people do something wrong, right? They genuinely will try to convince themselves that they're right for something that they did wrong or for the way they treated somebody bad, and then you get upset when someone speaks on it. I don't care what nobody say. You could treat somebody like a diamond. Now, you have people that do treat people like a diamond, and they sit there and they make lies about people. It's this one gentleman that I know. And every time I see him, we going at it. In a good way, though. He has said he's a very angry person. And I always tell him, I was like, you don't have to be so angry. I was like, you choose your path. You choose your happiness. And he was like, you know what? He was like, honestly, I used to be that guy. I used to be, oh, happy birthday, Frosty. Happy early B-Day. He was like, I used to be that guy that was nice. He was like, but people started to, screw me over. So I stopped. I said, but that's the thing. You were letting someone get that much control of you and your life and your peace and your presence. I said, that's scary. Because the slightest thing will set you off when it doesn't have to. And people genuinely choose their own happiness. You choose if you want to be happy. You choose, and I tell people, only you know what you're going to accept from someone, right? Hi, Tip Top Health. Only you know when enough is enough. There have been some women and some men that have talked and talked and talked and talked and talked and talked, and then they get to a point where they say nothing and they move in silence. And then when the person finally leaves, you go, oh, well, what did I do? Shall I get the list? Nobody should have to give you a list of things that you. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, what the is wrong with people? Jesus. When you genuinely love somebody, when you genuinely care, yeah, y'all may get into arguments. You may say something that you don't mean to say. That's why I tell Noah all the time. Just be careful with what you say, even in the heat of the moment. And I have learned this the hard way. Never say something in the heat of the moment because that is when you don't care what you say, when you say, why you say, how you say. You just don't care because you're so over it. But I genuinely try to be sensitive, even if I'm having a disagreement with someone. I still want to hear them out, and I still want them to hear me out. So I still try to watch what I say, where I say, who I say it in front of. I'm never gonna have a disagreement in front of somebody because I don't want everybody in my business. I don't want everybody in my mouth, and I don't like being stared at. That is weird. Okay, it's so awkward. Like I get that enough. So it's like, yeah, I don't need that anymore. You know what I'm saying? So when you've been there, done that, you learn how to respond to something, right? And you learn how not to put yourself in that predicament to where you have people saying that you are not everybody in your business, or oh my goodness, yeah, that's what she said, girl, but that's not, his side. It's just too many people. If I'm dealing with you, I'm dealing with you. I'm not dealing with you, Tom, Jessica, Susie, Sarah, Stabilla. Like I'm not. No, I'm dealing with you, sweetheart. That's it. You know what you. You know what I'm saying? So it becomes a point to where you got to be like, okay, I don't want to do this because I don't want to argue and things of that nature. So that's why for me, right, like I refuse to argue with somebody in public. I would be like, interesting. I will walk away so quick, it would blow somebody's mind. I would leave the destination so quick, you would think something is wrong with me. Yes, something is wrong with me, but I'm not going to show it. I'm not going to reveal that. I'm not going to give you that energy because not not here, not now. There's a time and place for everything. I genuinely believe that. If it's not the time indoor nor the place, I'm not giving it to you. I'm not giving it to you. I'm just not gonna do it because we don't need everybody in our business. Because genuinely speaking, I've done things like that. When you put people in your business, baby, you cannot get them out. You can't get them out. That's why for me, um, whoever I decide to deal with next, I'm gonna keep it on the low. I don't want anybody to know. Again, just time. But I don't like when people feel that they should have to fear telling their story on what someone did to them or how they treated them or no. And then people will say things in a minute of, oh well, you sat there and you took that, so you must like it. No, sometimes I'm listen. I'm gonna use me as an example. Look at what I did. I was a Notre man for 6 years. Hi, Double B. How's your wife? Oh my goodness. I don't never say how are you no more. I'm sorry. I apologize. Hi, Double B. How is your wife? I'm sorry, but I just got to ask about her first. Sorry. How are you? How is the family? How are your kids? How are you? I just, when I love hard. When I love it, I love with my heart on my sleeve. And I'm not going to fear telling my story. I'm not going to fear speaking on my past. Or I'm not going to fear speaking on my present. And I damn sure if I'm not going to fear speaking on my future. It's bright. It's what I want. That's the only thing I will accept. But in those moments of my future, there were things I had to go through with my past, you know? Don't worry, I'm used to it. Famous. Sorry. Tell her I said hi. I'm sorry. I don't never ask about him first. I always ask about you first, Queen. I'm so sorry. It's nothing but love my way. Genuine. I'm sorry. But I don't want anybody to ever fear telling their story. Tell your story. It is your story to tell. I don't care how somebody feels about it. Someone did something to you, they made you feel a way. If you want to speak on it, baby, speak on it. Because listen, some people have a huge platform, right? To where they want to share their story. People will say, "Oh, well, now you want to share your story? You could have did it in private." Excuse me. How do you know that somebody didn't try to do something in private? I've been there, done that. Try to have a conversation with somebody in private, they still want to rah this and bang on their chest and all of this other crazy mess. So now that I have a platform and I'm sharing my story, now you want to feel a way about it. Why? You didn't feel a way when you were being disrespectful and I was trying to come at you calm. You didn't feel no type of way when you were rah and beating your chest, but I was trying to come at you on an adult level. Absolutely not going to feel bad for it. Absolutely not going to feel any way about it. No. Hi. Absolutely not. No. Everybody has a story to tell. I don't care who you are. Tell your story. Tell your story. Tell it. It's your story to tell. I tell people somebody can't tell your story better than you can. Only you can go through those emotions. Only you can go through that roller coaster. Only you can go through those flashbacks. Only you can walk in your shoes. Listen, let me say something. I tell people all the time, walk a mile in my shoes. You wouldn't be able to. Because the thing that I tell you I've been through, I guarantee you wouldn't believe that. I tell people that all the time. People look at me and they say, "Oh, you're so happy." Catching me 6 years ago. You wouldn't got the same response. You wouldn't got the same woman. You wouldn't have got the same me. I used to be so angry. Ugh. Like, what? I was so bad. And I love that I can speak on it because before I couldn't do it. To be honest, nowadays, if you want a relationship to have a chance, keeping it private because everybody is sensitive. That's my, and I'm not even just speaking on a relationship, Double B. I'm just speaking about overall or in general. But then again, I look at a relationship two ways. And this is me being so sincere and so genuine. If anybody has ever lost a loved one due to them being in a relationship and someone harming them, my condolences, honest to God. I'm so sorry. So, in a way, with the way the world is now, y'all notice I didn't say people. Well, I can't say people because it's not everybody, right? With the way some people are, you do have to do a background check. Hey, have they ever been, you know, this or that? Have they ever did this or that? Did they do time for anything? I genuinely feel like you keeping it private is like that's a tough one, and it's only a tough one because of you don't want to not know something about this person that someone was trying to warn you about them. So in a way, I can see where you want the privacy because you don't want people speaking on your relationship, but then again, I can see where you want someone to know something so they can say, hey, red flag, red alert, this is what you shouldn't be doing. So, and again, sometimes when someone is telling you something, it's genuine. I'm not gonna sit up here and say everybody always want to be in your business, but if you know somebody and you're close to them and you have real aura energy and conversation, if you have maybe those few people that you could go to, you know that they're not gonna speak on your business. I would say go to them because they will never mean you no harm and they will never do nothing to you. And again, people have faked this amazing person and done some crazy things to people in relationships. So I get where you wanted to stay private, but then again, for safety reasons, I can understand if you go to someone. So it's a balance. I don't know how to have that balance. I don't know. Look, I'm not in that, but it's a balance. That's one. I don't think I got. I don't got that just yet. I don't got that. So I definitely can understand where wanting to speak on your relationship. Just I'm not talking about with your whole family now. Go God, okay? So I get it. Even in friendships though, people do things that's wrong. You like, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna cut you off, shorty. Like, like you gotta go. Things of that nature. But tell your story. I personally If I could put my life in a story and have someone read it, I'm pretty sure my emotions will come through a book. I'm pretty sure my emotions will show through an audio. I'm pretty sure my emotions will show because this is my story. This is the things I've accepted. And now, as I'm older, these are things I'm not accepting. And when you get quiet and when you get with yourself and when you see you're wrong and you hear you're wrong, you understand it and you acknowledge it and you embrace it, you say, okay, it is raining for me. Now I know. That's when people want to say, oh, you acting different or oh, you acting funny. No, I grew up. I grew up and I have an understanding of what I will accept and what I will not accept and what I will tolerate and what I will not tolerate. It is when you grow up and you have that glow up, that's when everybody want to see you acting different. I wish you well. I don't care how you feel. If you feel I'm acting different, we probably grew apart. I probably am too much for you. You probably are not enough for me, whatever the case may be. But you're not going to tell me that I'm acting different because I grew up. You understand what I'm saying? You're not going to do that. Hello. I just never want somebody to be afraid to tell what they've gone through or how they've gotten to where they are in life. You shouldn't. That's why I tell people when I see someone that drinks alcohol or when I see someone that, involved in particular activities, I'm never going to sit there and judge them because I don't know their story. Who am I to say, oh my goodness, look what they doing? Okay, look what you doing, or look what you used to do. You know what I'm saying? Don't judge a book by its cover. Because there have been some, like I've had conversations with people that are unfortunate and they don't have a roof over their head. And they say, I just crashed out. Excuse me, I just checked out. It was too much. It was too many bills. It was, too much money and I couldn't do it. I can understand that, because nobody should want to just live every day to work paycheck to paycheck. You should be able to do something good for yourself, do something nice for yourself, and enjoy your life. You know what I'm saying? You should not have to worry about bills, 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 bills. But we know bills is one thing that's never gonna stop. But baby, you got a certain amount of time on this earth. Enjoy it. I feel like this, as long as people move in a responsible manner, don't get me wrong, things are going to happen out of the blue. Because, baby, rainy days come more than ever. So, even if you can put something to the side, and some people genuinely cannot, they genuinely cannot. I can't stand when people say, oh my goodness, all you have to do is put some money away. They have kids, or they have a family, or there's something that's coming up. Don't judge a book by its cover because you don't know. You don't know what somebody else is going through. You don't. Don't sit there and pick apart what they going through. But maybe your backyard is just as dirty. Or you probably got more things to pick apart than they do, but they not poking at you. Stop it. That's not nice. If you poking at me, I'm poking right back. I'm kidding. No, seriously, catch me on a good day, I will poke back. Other than that, I'm like, oh, whatever. Cookies all I do. That's easily said than done. People don't like you just because they feel you got their life. Once you tell people about the good things in your life, they say you bragging. I would love for somebody to come up to me and say, I graduated college. I'm a doctor. I'm a lawyer. I'm a teacher. I will always embrace somebody's positivity. I'm a homegirl, right? But I don't see it. I don't see it. Okay. This is the one I see. That's easily said than done. People don't like you just because before you got their life once you tell people about the good things in your life and say you bragging. And people, well, I mean, some people do me bragging. But listen, baby, you got it, you got it. Brag on, what the freak? Like, what? Scroll up, okay. I only see, to be honest, nowadays, if you want a relationship to have a chance, excuse me, keep it private because everybody is 10 for 10 was gossiping. Scroll up. Don't worry, I'm used to it, fam. It's good. What's up, Doc? That's the only one that's me. I don't know if you're writing something and I'm just not getting it. I do apologize. Are you eating? I'll see. You're eating the over. I'm eating my Jesus not cookie. So double B, that's the only thing that I see, my love. But I will, just like my homegirl, right? I always embrace her positivity. I don't care what this girl do. I'm always going to tell her I'm proud of you. Keep up the good work because you have a daughter to feed. I will always tell her I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, and I know your future is going to be amazing. I will always embrace somebody's positiveness. I'm never going to sit up here and hate on somebody. No, because if anything, you could probably tell me how you got it, and guess what? I could probably learn from that and start doing what you're doing. You understand what I'm saying? So we learn off of each other. But if we stop being so mad at each other and hating each other and being so wanting to be on top or spending more money than somebody do, why does it matter what somebody spends on something? I don't care if I spent $20 on a bracelet. You gonna go spend $21? Could you spend $1 more? Yes, again, Frosty, I'm hungry. Mind your business. I'm kidding. I love you. Relax, I'm only kidding. Yes, Frosty. Listen, birthday person. Don't come on here and be a mean birthday person. Because your birthday's tomorrow. We finna celebrate that part. You're not gotta sit up here and be silly with y'all. Y'all know that. Those skinny ears. Oh, Lord. Let's see if my phone stay up. Right? So and it's in the nature of, like people, and especially if you came from the bottom, right? I love you. If you came from the bottom and like really like the scraps of the bottom and you be on top and you speak on these things that you have, you're speaking on them because you never had them. Sometimes you have some people that are on top and they brag about things, but then they say, okay, now this ain't cool. And again, it just depends on a person. I will always embrace somebody's positivity. I will always be happy for somebody that got something more than me, better than me. I'm always gonna be grateful and humble for you. You understand what I'm saying? I'm never gonna look at you and be like, ugh, look at her bracelet. It was $1 more than mine. She thinks she bougie. Or ugh, look at him. He got these gut sneakers on. Okay, so what? Who cares? I just don't care. I don't care if you spend 20.99 on the bracelet and I spend $20. So what? You spend 99 more cents. Who cares? If baby money don't make you happy. Some people are on top of the world and they are miserable. You have some people that are walking around that have no roof over their head and is just as happy and humble and will hum a song in a minute. It depends on you. It depends on your path. It depends on what you accept. And I tell people, you don't have to tell anybody you know, baby. The left hand don't need to know what the right hand doing. Everybody doesn't need to know your business. That's one. Okay, so there are some things where I will say everybody don't need to know your next move. If you want to take a trip somewhere, you don't gotta tell nobody, oh my goodness, I want to do this, I want to do that. And I'm telling y'all I want to do it because I ain't never been nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So I want to, share that with you guys. So again, it depends on what you share, why you want to share it, or it depends on you. Only you know what you want to share with somebody. Only you know how somebody's going to respond because of interactions you've had with them. It just depends on you. You're still right. Money doesn't make you happy. It just makes life easier. I don't know about that. I think when you have money, I think that should make people like harder. And for then you be having all these distant cousins that come out the woodwork. So you have all these people that's, oh my goodness, what up, Finn? I don't know you. Or you be having people trying to come for you because you got money. I don't know. I don't think it may make your life better financially, but emotionally and spiritually, I don't know about all that. Some people got money and just lose their mind. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Again, you just if I was to ever win a lottery, I bet you I still work both my jobs. I bet you I still work both my jobs because bills are always going to be a thing. You always want finances coming in from somewhere, some way, somehow. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not going to tell nobody how much I got. You understand what I'm saying? Because I don't have nothing to tell you. I don't. So I don't know about that one, Double B. It may make your life a lot easier financially, but within yourself, I say if you are not happy within yourself, baby, only you can fix that. Only you can fix that. Because when my son wakes up and my son has this attitude, I'm not even gonna lie to you, I'll walk away from him because the way he responds to his morning, I will try so hard to get him to, come and just be like, a happy person. But some people may get on and say, "Oh my goodness, he's a kid, he don't know about it." Well, I'm teaching him that response in the morning is not the one to have. I He can only do what I allow him to do. Right? Only he knows how his emotions are, but I have to be there somewhere, some way, somehow, speaking to him about his emotions, asking him how does he feel, ask him, what can mommy do to make it easier, or if Noah's having a really bad morning, I'll say, okay, baby, do you need me to get your robe? Do you need me to get your flip flops for you? So I'll try to get things for him to make it just a little bit easier for him. But if I'm in one of my moods, I tell Noah, good day, and I'll go and I'll go to my room. I will make him do all his stuff. So it depends on my mood as well. You know what I'm saying? So some mornings I be wanting to fling him out the window on a really soft blanket and a lot of pillows and a lot of sheets and mattresses and things that's where he's completely safe. Never to harm him. Sometimes I just want to be like, why? If you got kids, you understand. If you don't, I don't like you. No, sir. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oh, this is such a bad habit now. I'm doing this. Yeah, I'm eating. Double B, I have a question for you. I'm going to read your comment, but I have a question. Does your wife watch my lives with you? I hope she does. They are. So I got it stuck on the cookie. Because y'all see me on here trying to flip it yesterday. I couldn't flip that cookie. They hard, but it's good. Listen, I find these at the dollar store. I'm not even hungry. My mom said she got these from Food Bazaar. I can't stand on Food Bazaar. Meaning it makes it easier. Don't judge me how I did that. Me. Oh, she did. Thank you. Well, you should ask her if she has any questions for me. Sorry, Double B, but the lady's gonna take over. Boo. Sorry. I need to go on. What's the name with y'all? But not with you, but with her. Live with her. I would totally do that. You could be sitting there, but oh, thank you. Meaning it makes it easier if you want to go on vacation. It does. Bill, family, emergency, that the purse of money. The downside is the BS that comes with it. I agree, right? Yeah. Listen, not on here. Mm-mm. Cause remember how I used to do like my get ready with me? I don't do that on here no more. As y'all can tell, I don't do that. I go back alive tomorrow. What? Frosty, it's your birthday tomorrow. Oh Lord Jesus, Father God of heaven, please touch them. Let them be safe, please. But I agree, Double B. That's what I was saying. And it does make it easier financially, like when a bill come. Or I agree with you when you go on vacation. But this is my thing. If I go on vacation with somebody, right? I don't care what nobody say. Before I go on vacation with you, I have to mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally be okay with you. Like we have to be on the same page because I don't want to go on a vacation to try to fix something. I'm not doing it. If we are gonna go on this vacation, we want to go on this vacation to enjoy ourselves. Oh my goodness, what's today's date? I got my mom surprise for her birthday. I gotta take a day off to even figure out. Jesus. I'm always gonna make a line. You know that Booski there? I gotta be to work at 7 in the morning. I got 7 at 2:45. No, I'm lying. 7 to like 11. Right, hold on. And that's for me. It's because I would want to enjoy my vacation. I wouldn't want to go on a vacation having to worry about am I gonna say we're gonna come back together. Don't say that. I don't even want no more. See, you always doing something. So you want to come get you, Khaleesi. So you want to come get you because I'm snitching. I'm hungry. So, and again, I I'm not like everybody. I am not against anybody trying to. I remember the big ass jawbreakers that we used to have back in the day, the white ones. Oh my goodness, because my TV can survive. Frosty, take your behind on and enjoy your birthday tomorrow, baby. Have an amazing birthday. Have a great birthday. Get off of here and go what you need to do for your birthday. Go enjoy yourself, love. Enjoy it for me too, even though it's not my birthday. But listen, enjoy it for both of us. I want to have fun too. Please be careful. Have a safe birthday, and I'll definitely give you a shout out tomorrow for your birthday. Have a good birthday, Frosty. He said, I really gotta go. Shout out to the Libras again. Oh, Lord. Here y'all go. Here y'all go. I don't do that zodiac sign stuff, so I don't know, but here y'all go again. I'm December 13th. I don't know what that is or what that means, so don't give me the line. But I personally, again, I think, you know why I think a lot of people personally probably don't like me? It's because I have a way of understanding both sides of a story. I do. In a manner of I can understand why some people want to go out and just work on a relationship, and just go somewhere and work on it. And I get it. But me personally speaking, I don't want to go on a vacation having to worry about am I going to come back with you as my man. I don't want to do that. Like, I want to fix what we have, our problems here, before we go somewhere. That way, when we go, we can just enjoy ourselves. Problems already fixed. Worries is already spoke about. We already had the conversation. We know where each other stand. We know what we're gonna do. We know how we're gonna fix it. I mean, because if I gotta go on a vacation with you and we gotta talk things out, I might not want to be around you because I'm gonna be feeling away all the time, and I don't want to do that. If I'm on a vacation, I want to come back having a baby in my stomach. I'm just saying. That's just my perspective. So whoever giving me no, and we on a vacation. Hi, Izzo. Hello. Hi, Izzo. You are so handsome. Hi, Izzo. First of all, not him getting on here, not saying hi to me first. Oop, no, we're not doing that. Double B, no. Oh my goodness, you and what's his name got the same birthday. Oh Lord, that mean y'all crazy. Cause that man is fucking nuts. I was like, did you good or no? Oh my goodness, you got the same birthday as him. Oh God. One of my guy friends is crazy. Like, I was like, why? Like, what is wrong with you? You did not. See, the first message that I see here said, shout out, big boss. Happy birthday, Libra gang. My B-Day 1016. I did say hi to you first, gorgeous. No, you are crazy. See, told you. There you go. Point taken. Yes, you are. Like, no. It's like anybody that's born after the 15 is just like, can you come back down? Why do I keep saying like that is driving me insane? Can you come back down to Pluto? Because, baby, you are on Venus. Come back down. Come back down. You know what? This is now random, right? And as much as I don't want to say this, but I'm gonna say it. I've noticed that right-handed men are it's something about being protective. I feel that right-handed men come off as more protective, but left-handed men come off as they pose more of a threat to a danger. I don't know if that makes sense to y'all, but maybe it's just the men that I know. I was like, see, there I go saying like again, Lord, please help me. Why am I doing this so much and saying like that is driving me insane? So I know I gotta be driving y'all crazy. So I don't know. I just we here. We shout out to all my left-handed men. Ew. I just feel that left-handed men pose. Okay, I'm not. I don't want to sound crazy or disrespectful. You left-handed too. That's why I said the men that I personally know that are left-handed, they pose more of a threat to a threat. And I feel they will respond quicker than a man that's right-handed. No disrespect. Oh my goodness, somebody gonna hear me pissed. I said that. But that's just I feel that a left-handed man will respond quicker than a man that's right-handed. That's what I mean by you pose more of a threat because you will respond quicker than a man that's you see you see, I don't know, maybe that's just I just picked up on that. I was gonna say like what I said. Hmm. Maybe it's just something I picked up on. Hi Eric. You see? Shout out to my left-handed people. Hey, hey, hey. Right-handed people, y'all move slow. You know, what? My sister right-handed, she gonna be pissed I said this. I'm not doing this with you tonight. Tell you what, excuse me, Double B's beautiful wife. Can you please come get him, ma'am? He's starting, and Double B be on here speaking about peace and prosperity. I'm looking at him talking about, cut it out. Wifey, please come get him. I'm gonna call her Double B's queen. Please come get him, cause listen. I just, I don't know. I apologize to anybody that's right-handed, but I just have a sense of left-handed men move quicker than a man that's right-handed. No disrespect. Sorry, right-handed fellas. Sorry. Oh, she crazy. She crazy. Y'all belong together. Yes. Y'all are the perfect couple. And I don't even know her. And y'all make the perfect couple. Yeah. Stay together. Y'all not no. Y'all are one couple. Y'all will never break up. I don't care. No, you're not. We observe everything and Libras are always aware of it. You oh my goodness. You guys are. It's I don't know. I don't know about the Libra thing, but I know the left-handed people thing. Well, pertaining to men, they will move quicker in an instant than a right hand man. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. And you know what's so funny? The dude that passed away, God rest his soul, he was left handed. And now when I tell you you could not put nothing over that. You could not pull nothing on that man. Because baby, he knew it was coming before you even thought about it. He knew it. Oh Lord. The babies. The babies are not in this. The beautiful babies are not in this. That is you and your queen. I never speak on people's children. I would never call somebody's child crazy beside my own because my child is. I'd be like, oh Lord, here he go. Here he go. He's definitely. I don't know. I just think left-handed men have a way of knowing something quicker than a man that's right-handed. Oh my goodness, I feel so bad. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I feel so bad that I said that, but it's just an observation that I observed from And it's crazy because I only know of three left-handed men. One of them I don't personally know, but that man, baby, that energy I pick up on him, I was like, oh, I'm gonna sit down now. So see, it's just sorry, guys. Me CBS and me energy from my mom. I mean, y'all definitely, you see what I'm saying? Y'all definitely do. It's crazy. I don't know. That is how I feel. Sorry. And I've noticed that men that are left-handed, you guys are just more aware in a sense. When I do buy, what the hell? Back in the day, see that? Well, that back in the day was days boom. They were if you was left. Now we getting our. What year was you born? People do say that left-handed people are smarter and we're more creative. I think I'm a very creative person. I think I'm a very creative person because I be all. And y'all ever notice? I don't know. Left-handed people sometimes we be all over the place because it's like we be bouncing off the walls. It's like, yo, where did you get that energy? Because baby, I don't. Because I'm left-handed and I just be, y'all be seeing me on here sometimes. I will skip from the topic of conversation. I'll catch it and be like, oops, I'm sorry. I'll go right back to it. Go to something different and be like, oops, I'm sorry. I caught it. Sometimes I'll be in, especially if I'm trying to forget it. Because I'm going to be all over the place. And sometimes we can be real dramatic. You see what I'm saying? Real dramatic for nothing. And it's not called for. And you just be looking like, what's wrong with you? Nothing. I'm just me. I'm left-handed. That's gonna be my new thing. Why you act like that? Because I'm left-handed. Oh my goodness, why you look like that? Because I'm left-handed. Why you smell like that? Because I'm left-handed. Oh my goodness, that's funny. And the dude before the no, it was a dude from 6 years, and it was a dude that was trying to kick it. He was left-handed, and that man was so. Oh my goodness, this man was aware of everything. I was like, yo, what the? I think to be honest, he really made me see left-handed men, and I'm okay. I'm not being disrespectful. Left-handed men are bigger, and not in that area. I'm talking about like body wise. I'm not being disrespectful, but they're bigger men. They're bigger, so that's why I say you. I feel like you pose more of a threat to a threat because you're bigger. No disrespect, but that's just what I observe. Abdominal side is same side as your heart. More blood flows to the brain. I'm definitely not that. Israel, yes, you are. I'm pretty sure you're bigger than the average dude that I know. I guarantee it. Your profile picture alone shows it, okay? So you definitely are. Yeah, you're like a giant compared to me. Or maybe that's because I'm really little. Nobody's known the left-handed man just bigger. You know what? Double B, this question is not for you because you're married. So I wonder, again, Double B, this question is not for you because you are married. So you're not in this. I wonder if men that are left-handed are bigger in that manner than a man that's right-handed because your bodies are bigger. I just thought it up. Hmm I still got to pass. Everybody has to listen. I'm a sh. I'm not gonna speak on my passing anything now. I think everybody has a past, and again, it depends on who you are and what you do. I personally, Roxy, take your one. Didn't you say you had somewhere to go? Did you say you had somewhere to go? You go. I want you to go enjoy your birthday. Don't be on here and your birthday is tomorrow. Go enjoy yourself, my love. As far as the other areas, I can only speak for me. I mean, I'm pretty sure every man can only speak for them. Oh my, y'all. I wish I could see it. I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna bypass that. But I think everybody has a past, right? And for me, I think it's scary when people lie about their past. It's weird. And this is where I say when I tell people I've never drank, I've never smoked, I've never, you know, done any adult activities pertaining to outside of drinking or smoking. People look at me and say, "Oh, there's no way. You don't have a life." No, babe, I do. I do. But respectfully speaking, I like to wake up in the morning. Hold on. So, you know what I like? One thing I really like in a man is a man who can admit the things they used to, I don't know why I can't get this out. I really like in a man when a man can admit the things they've used to do or the wrong that they've done and they've grown from it, endured, they're healed from it, and they come in fresh, ready, wanting to be a part of your life and ready to be you wanting to be a part of their life. I genuinely can appreciate a man that's like that. You know, I really like a man that's like that. You grown. You take care of your own, so you pay your bills. That part. That part, babe. That part. What's wrong with it? See? I would tell somebody all the time. First of all, when you grown, nobody can tell you what to do. Okay? Hi, Frosty. You're taking care of your household, taking care of your bills, taking care of your family. You grown. Whatever you indulge in, that is what you indulge in. It is for nobody to judge. That's how I look at it. Hi, Raymond. I used to, when girls, they body count low. Final is abdominant. But wait, mine is low. Mine is low. I don't have a problem with something low. I like mine is low. Mine is real low. Okay, like mine is like mine is so low, right? Let me tell you something. It would take maybe a week just to get me in the comfortability of okay, I can take this. I can take this. Mine is please. Mine is super low. It's really that's another thing. You're like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, you're like that. I have this thing now to where like if somebody say I'm lying and I know I'm not. I promise you, I just laugh in people's face. It's not my fault. I just be like, yo, you're retarded. Like, and I just start laughing. People get mad. I don't care. Not like throwing a hot dog down the hallway and just slide up. That thing just gonna slide right. I cannot. I can't. I don't think I would not be able to take all that. Listen, I'm too. Mm-mm, I can't. That's when you just get dressed. Yo, I want to tell y'all a story. So, okay, so one of my friends told me again, this is the gentleman that's deceased, right? And me and him was talking, right? And this, I'm not okay. Okay, we I gotta stop my friend. Wait, yo, he said, God, no grip me for power. Yo, I'm not doing this, right? And he was telling me how he was in Atlanta. He was in Atlanta, I think. And he had invited the woman to come over. And, she was like, okay. And this man said, the woman proceeded to take off a particular set of clothing on her body. He said, he turned around, said to her, what is that smell? I was like, you did not say that. He was like, I did. And he told her, you can proceed to put your particular set of clothing back on and you can leave. I was like, oh my goodness. I felt so bad for her and I don't even know who she is. Like, no disrespect, but as a woman, you can smell when something is wrong, okay? I'm not doing this with y'all. And as a man, okay, I'm gonna keep it above with you guys. I know some men that have said that they can smell something, but they still engage in it. I don't understand why are you if you smell something is wrong and you still slide in that. Baby, whatever happens, that's on you because you can smell it. And men have a smell as well. It's not just women. Men can smell too. So it's both genders. So ladies, it's not just y'all. Men can smell too. I've never encountered that with a man because I've only been with. Okay, this man never had a smell or it was never nothing like that. So I thank God for that. Okay. I don't. I'm a young lady, so I don't know about none of that junk Vietnam. None of that. Then the be garbage. Got y'all excited to me. I'm not. And so that happened to you before? Funky. Meow. Oh no, he commented to the fish. He commented to the fish market. I'm just saying, you know how many men and then they get mad. Like, so you mad at something you smell and you did anyway, but you're mad at her. I want you to make that make sense to me. He figured he got all the way there. Might as well get that. I know the dude that I know, well, that I knew that I rest his soul. He said he told her you can get up and you can leave. I was like, oh, he traveled a lot. He traveled a lot. I would never say who he is, but he traveled a lot, and he died. He he passed away from COVID. He's missed. So he was cool. He was very cool. Very cool. Me and him, we had like two bulls in a barn, but when he was a sweetheart baby, he was a sweetheart. I give this man, he was amazing. And I didn't know him for long, but not for like 7 months. But he showed that he was left-handed. He showed that he was a protector and a provider. So he's genuinely missed, and my heart definitely goes out to his family. So he told her you can get up and you can leave. I said, oh, so I guess you got it like that, huh? It's so crazy. That's a guy thing. You go in and pray to get something. Penicillin can cure. Tell your wife I said come get you. Because you shouldn't even be having conversations like this. You are married to me and cut it out. No, we're not. You're not. I'm not doing this with y'all tonight. I'm not doing this. So I feel that it's very important. You guys, I'm a big advocate on getting tested for STDs and things of that nature. I think it is an extreme big deal, and I believe that you should get tested. I always say never be afraid to get tested because you never know. It's always better to be safe. I remember when I went to my gynecologist and I told him about the gentleman that passed away. He asked me, he was like, do you need to see a therapist? But I was like, no, I'm okay. I was like, I got my mom. I personally stay in touch with y'all. Know I share that with you guys a lot because I'm a big advocate on that. That part. That part. So I mean, my kid, high five. I know that's right. Oh heck no. Let me ask y'all, what is it that makes a man go raw with a woman? What like what does there have to be? Like, does it have to be something there? Don't do that because it's not just women. It be both genders. You ain't finna throw the ladies under the bus now. Okay. Ooh, I like that answer. All right, come through, grown man. I see you. Okay, all right, I see you. See, there go me action. I see you. Dramatic. Okay, and so come through with your grown man stance. I'm the girl longer than 2 months. I say a year. Now get on here and I'll be telling you all a year. I think I'm crazy. Just just how I feel that before you are intimate with someone, I do believe you should know them for a year and you both should get tested, twice out the year. Double B just said men are musty, girls deep sea diving. I can't even get mad at that. Doing checks like my chart their last test. Yo, I got my chart too. Shout out to you. I got it for me and too. Shout out to you, boo. You know, I'll be quick to be like, here go mama. Like, here go mama chart. You ain't finished me a second. That is too funny. And y'all know, because like anytime I get tested, I always share it with you guys. I love my gynecologist because my gynecologist has been dealing with me, I think, longer than 8 years, right? Him and my vagina are like so tight, literally, because he is the man, yo. You know what? I just thought of something. The dude I was talking to for 6 years, he didn't mind my gynecologist being the man. Yeah, I got that. Tell you when your next care is. Yeah, I got that. Tell you when you're. That part. I'm eating. Sorry, hold on. That's why I feel that before you get with someone, you both should get tested. That part, double B. That part. And when I get tested, right, I always get tested vaginally and through blood. I get blood work done. I always do it both ways, all the time. Y'all know, like, I always show you guys, like, when I get tested and things like that. But like, you guys are not the gynecologist, get tested, get tested. I am a big advocate for that. I think that is something extremely important to do on a daily. Just like with a mammogram or prostate, it's very important for people to get checked, checked. I That's what I believe. That's why me will have to wait a year. But me, if you can't wait that long, to the left, to the left, everything in the box, to the left. Cause you ain't going inside this closet, bro. Mm-mm. My last cookie. I'm hurt. My last cookie. Yeah, these at my job. I don't think so. I know that's my mom. She buys me some. She gonna cuss me out. That's cold. But you guys, I'm a big advocate for people gonna test it. I actually know two men personally who have this mindset of if they're dealing with a woman and a woman gets tested, they've gotten tested. I was like, wait, huh? Let's say, hi, hello. Hi, you guys, look who's here. Hello, sir. Hi. So, let's say, I didn't know that because I know the gentleman that passed away. Hold on, y'all. Somebody playing music. Hold on. But I didn't know that. There's a lot of things, right? There's a lot of things about men that I don't understand and I don't have the explanation to, or I don't have, the answer to. And that's why for me, a conversation and understanding are two big things that I have to have with a man because, I definitely can. And just sometimes you guys just say things and I go, huh? I I didn't know a lot of men thought like that. I didn't know. I did not know that. I didn't know it. You know what song is stuck in my head now? Um, And the only way feeling is lost in with a man with a little bit of money and it's not as small. But for you, it was just a good time. But for me, it's all about money. That song is stuck in my head now. I just sometimes that's why for me, a conversation with a man is extremely important because I definitely do want to get to know the depths of him and who he is. And again, something I am so big on, is your discomforts, your comfortability, your spirit, your emotions, what you will and will not accept and or tolerate. I have to have tough conversations with the man now because I personally never want to be out in public with a man and I don't know that he's not comfortable with something and I'm doing that something that he has a sense of discomfortability with and he causes a scene. But mind you, if I don't know something, I can't move a certain way. You understand what I'm saying? So I have to have conversations. I have to have an understanding because I don't want a repeat of what had happened with the dude from 6 years. I want to learn from that, move on from that, and be able to handle something in a better adult manner. I want to have these conversations with you, and if I see that I can't have them, it's automatically a red flag, and you gotta go. Told y'all just from what I had went through, when I know I did nothing wrong, I'm not gonna sit there and accept it again. I am not doing it. Where is Money J at? Where is James? Like what is happening? It's cold. I definitely have to have tough conversations and understanding. Because I never want to get into something with somebody and I ask you simple questions like, what's your favorite color or things like that. I need to know how do you respond if a man is speaking to me? How do you respond when a man is looking at me? How do you respond to these things? And you can tell me, but that doesn't mean that you're telling me the truth. So I want to know what you have to say, but I also want to see how you respond to it. So I never want to sit here and say that I will ever intentionally put a man in a sense of uncomfortability to see how he responds. I will never do that intentionally. Never. And I say intentionally, sorry, I said the wrong choice of words. I will never do that on purpose. Intentionally means you didn't mean to do something. Caught that. Whoa. So I was like, wait a minute, I just said that twice and that's not the right choice of words. I'm like, wait a minute, baby girl, that's no, you don't mean that one. I never want to purposely put a man in that position and then I don't know it. I definitely have that communication and understanding, and that comes with time. And again, knowing that I can't give a man that time right now, I'm not mad at it, but I do have to say, whoever does end up with me, phone conversations are going to be long, or conversations face to face. We're going to have them. I want what I didn't want with the last person. I want date night. I want you to hold my hand while we walk in. I want you to, meet me at my car if I'm coming to your house late at night. I want you to hold me in my sleep. I want you to caress me, kiss me, love me. I want these things, with you. So if you can't do them for me, I wish you well. That's all. I had genuinely just learned from the last person. That's all it was. And I cannot deal with somebody else that is insecure. I think at this point, I'm going to go and sit at the Sahara Desert with a dog and just sit there. Because at this point, I just I can't deal with the high sense of insecurity. Ugh, can we please just stop? Because everybody that you speak to don't want you, and everybody that you say you're money to not trying to kick it. And you know what's another thing I think is different? Sounds like God, please, right? Something else. Tell me if I'm wrong for looking at this way, right? I'm gonna use myself as an example. I'm gonna tell you guys what happened. So the dude that I was dealing with for 6 years, right? What had happened was the gentleman that had known me for 10 and 12 years, he had asked me to go somewhere with him. And I said, of course. He was going somewhere with some people that he knew. And I was like, of course. Mind you, I don't know the time frame, but I definitely do know that I'm trying to remember how did that go. I don't know if that was, I'm trying to think. I don't know if that was the before I told him, well, before I called him and I asked him, hey, what happened? Or if that was well, it had to be before. Or was it after? I can't remember. I can't remember. I really wish I could remember. But my question right is, and I want to know. I had got asked to go somewhere with a gentleman that I knew for 10 and 12 years. I said yes, right? I said yes. Again, other than that, this man has never asked me out nowhere, has never, hinted at anything. He's always been cool, genuine, platonic, very respectful, right? Whole nine yards. Is there a, is there a, I guess I'm trying to ask, is there a wrong answer to say yes or no when the person that I was liking for this long never took me nowhere, right? And he would say things like, I want you to be my girl and things of that nature, but then leave for months at a time and then come back down and act as if nothing had happened. So what I'm asking is, right, would I have been wrong if I would have went with him to where he asked me to go? I say no because he's always just been a really good person. Like he's always just been a really good person. And this man will help you out. If you don't got a shirt on your back, baby, he will give you the shirt on his back. Like he's always been so real and so down to earth. Like and he's handsome. But if I were to be, and this is my thing, right? The dude that I knew for 6 years, he wanted to keep me him a secret. So nobody knew, nobody knew nothing because I never said anything or nothing of that nature. That's why I can't remember if he had asked me before I asked him what happened or if it was after. But my whole thing is this, right? This man never tried to hit on me. This man never was trying to take me on a date. It was never nothing like that. It was just always really good energy with each other. That was just it. So would I have been wrong if I would have went with him? And if I didn't say something, or would I have been wrong if I went with him and did say something about the other dude because the other dude asked me to keep us private? So at that time, like I didn't know how to move. I feel like I was stuck between a rock and a hard place, especially not with the dude that's 10 to 12 years, but the other dude. So let's reverse the question. Oh, okay. So This is the thing, though. If we reverse the question, it would be different because I would want people to know that he's with me, Is there There are a lot of women around him due to the occupation that he does. There are, and I'm just very trustworthy. Like I trust people. You know, people's word are bond to me, pretty much. And to come to find out, he did end up dealing with somebody, and I kept asking. I was like, hey, are you dealing with somebody else? Are you dealing with somebody else? Please tell me, because And again, like my mom, one time he called me. That was when I was bringing my little cousin home, and um, my mom was like, "That's him." I was like, "Oh Lord." She was like, I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Why are you even answering?" I was like, "Oh Lord." Like my mom said, she was like, "You don't gotta explain it to him." I was like, "Ooh." My mom was going. My mom was like, "That's him," because like my mom could hear me asking me questions. My mom was like, "You don't gotta answer him." I was like, "Oh Lord." So you got mama mad. So my mom is the one that asked me. She was like, "Amanda, speaking of myself on third grade, she said, I want you to ask him, is he dealing with anybody?" She said, "Ask him." So that night I went home, took a shower, and I was like, "Hey, you dealing with somebody else?" And he was like, "To be honest." And I was like, "Yeah, just be honest." He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, okay." I was, real quiet, and he said that his ex-girlfriend had came into town, and she texted me, was like, "Hey, I'm in town, can I come over?" And he said that, he let her come over, and, they end up speaking, and then they just end up being intimate. I said, what the crazy thing is? I've never dealt with another man. I've never done anything with another man. I've never gave a man that energy. I never gave a man that time. I've never done anything with a man, nothing, right? So my thing is for him to respond in the way that he responded to me, he was wrong. That's why I say even if I would have went with a gentleman that I've known for 10 or 12 years, I would have been right because he was always a friend. He was always a good friend. And I don't know where me and him stand now. You know what I'm saying? Like I hope, and I did text him. I was like, "Hey, I hope that we're good. I apologize that, you got pulled in something that didn't have nothing to do with you." And he was like, "We good." I I believe him because, me and him have never had an issue, never had a problem until this gentleman came along. So I'm just hoping that if I see him, it's not awkward or it's not weird. Like I don't want to lose my friendships over this. If a man is not acknowledging you and his woman as his woman, then you're not his woman or me woman. Every place now it goes, that's boss of it. That's so sweet. And that's why I'm saying I don't feel that I would have been wrong, even if I would have went with him, because I did tell him, I was like, yeah, again, because me and him we have like really good energy. It's always been a good conversation, and he would tell me, the type of woman he wanted, how he would be, and I would, vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So the conversations, it was amazing. It was an amazing flow. And he thought I was a beautiful woman. I think he is. I mean, he is. He's attractive. And, I'm always going to, when I think a man is attractive, here's your compliments, sweetheart. I'm never going to sit there and hate. No, never. So, you know, I don't feel like I would have been wrong. And then the crazy thing was that night when the situation had happened, I tried to FaceTime him twice and he got mad. And I was like, oh no, he probably thought that I was dealing with dude that I was having a conversation with. And I just noticed that this man sat there and said a lie because he was like, "Oh, you told me that he tried to kick it to you." I never said that. And I never said that to you because I never had a conversation with you. So if I never had a conversation with you, how can I tell you something? And I would have never told him that he tried to kick it to me because I mean, as long as he know me, he's never tried to kick it to me. Never asked me out nowhere, never hinted at anything, never nothing. So how are you mad at something that never happened? Anyway, ooh, I gotta let this show. There's only one thing that matches the male logic. Our men will lie to secure. They will tell you they love something they don't just to stay in alignment with you. I don't think that's okay because I feel that when you do things like that, you know, hold on, y'all, what time is it? Right. I gotta go sleep because I gotta get to bed 5 o'clock in the morning. I don't think that that's okay because then my thing is this: when you play with the one that's hurt like that, some women will respond, but some women will respond in a very nasty, negative manner to where she gonna start trying to mess with your life, ride by your house, then doing silly things that will bring you back, then doing silly things that will bring you. I don't think he's ever gonna speak to me again. I'm personally okay with it because to me, respectfully, you made yourself look real small because of your response, the way you handle something. That's not how a man handles something. And I keep telling y'all, that situation could have been handled so different. And I did everything in my power to handle the situation differently. He was trying to be disrespectful. I said to this man, can we have a conversation outside? Like I did everything right. I did everything that he asked me not to do in public. But you turned around and did all that in public. Absolutely not acceptable. No. Do I think that he's ever gonna try to speak to me again? No. Um, do I think that whoever he gets with next, I just want him to learn from this. I don't know if he's ever gonna see where he's wrong at. I think that's the thing for me that I personally don't see it. I don't see him acknowledging where he was wrong at because I think he's so stuck in his own ways and stuck in his own head to where he's gonna make his wrong be right. And to me, that's scary that you sitting up there saying these things, but you're wrong. I'm extremely knowledgeable about this area. So you think he's gonna try to talk to me? Is that what you're saying? And this is my thing. I'm always down for a conversation because I I definitely can accept an apology, but I'm gonna wish you on. I'm gonna wish you on your way. I personally will never be with nobody that's like that because once you show me who you are, I'm good. Like I'm not about to sit up there and have to go physically go toe to toe with a man. Been there, done that. I'm not doing that again. Like I'm somebody's mother. I'm not doing that. I'm not about to be arguing with you in public or fussing with you in public when you ask me, sitting in my room, hey, I don't want to do this. Everything you said that you didn't want me to do, I didn't want to do it. Now, hopefully, the next woman he get with, he'll be more mature and he can have a conversation with her when he assumes something or he cannot make an assumption or he can just figure it out, and not lie so much. That's just what's wrong with you. I mean, I genuinely wish him the best. I do. Um, just his presentation was not what I got, and I'm genuinely sad that I wasted that many years on somebody who didn't want something that I wanted. I think it's pretty sad that I did, and I'm okay with it, because it genuinely taught me an eye opener. It's a huge eye opener for me now, being a woman and dealing with men. So I can appreciate the time frame because I learned from it. Now I know, baby girl, don't do that to yourself again. There's somebody out there. You just gotta be patient, just wait and let God do what He gonna do. You know. Now I definitely understand it. You show me who you are. I agree. But even if you are my partner, I don't want to sit up here and be yelling and screaming at you either because to me, I want healthy communication. I want healthy understanding. I want a healthy relationship. I'm not saying there's not going to be times when people are going to get mad because you are. And I will always tell somebody, I would rather somebody walk away from me than say something that they don't mean. And that's why for me, I'm taking my time with just being happy within myself and just being a mom. About nature, biology. Well, I definitely do have an understanding of men now. Not all the way, but I do. It's just in men's nature to just think that a woman's gonna say because they're saying something that sounds good. And it sounded good. I'm gonna keep spoke a good one. Spoke a real good one, but everything happens for a reason, and it's okay, it's okay. And the funny thing is, I'm not even mad at him for it. And if anything, I thank him for it because I don't have to waste time with somebody that's like that. And again, it's never speaking ill will on you, it's just speaking on my personal experience with you. That's all. It is cold me sitting here. It's cold. I don't. Yeah, it is. Can you hear me? I could probably hear me better now. Find your peace, and if someone comes around and takes you out of it, bounce that part. Like, I'm out of here. Hey, out of here. Like, I'm really gonna bounce out the situation. Hey. He's older. He's older than I am. You know what it was? It was the simple fact that everything that he wanted from me, I gave. So I always assumed that what he wanted from me, he would give the same thing in return. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I just expected him to give me what he wanted. I expected that what he wanted, I gave. So he would give it back. Those were my intentions. And then you asked me not to argue. You asked me, hey, can you cover up a little bit more, when you walk into it, you walk in the night and you see me, cool, even though I was trying to be, cute for him so he could see me. I wasted all that time for nothing. So I'm okay, it's okay. I think a question that I did have though was I wonder if he had spoke around with the fellas and spoke ill about me and said like that's something that I wanted to know. I want to know that so bad for some reason. I see that now. I wonder if he spoke ill about me. That's something that I've always wanted to know. Did he? Because everybody has their story, but everybody's story is not the same because only one person is side going to be the truth. So I wonder if he spoke ill about me, like pertaining to lies. Yeah. I think so. Will be have a good night and hope to clean this too. I actually gotta go sleep soon. I gotta get up early in the morning to go to work. So I'm gonna tell you because it's a lot of work. It's not a lot of work to be honest with somebody who you wanted to be honest with you. It's not a lot of work to give somebody respect that you wanted them to give you. It's not a lot of work to be a loyal person that you wanted to be loyal to you. It's not a lot of work to be a good person that you wanted a good person to be to you. It's not a lot of work. It's not. It's either you're gonna do it or you're not. And he didn't. I accept it, I acknowledge it, and I appreciate it because you made me see my worth. And I know what I don't gotta deal with anymore. Very humbly, so thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Three people are allowed to speak first about acceptance just makes a lot of work. Well, guess what? That's work I don't gotta put in no more. I am good. So I love you guys very, very much. And if he does reach out to me, I definitely would have a conversation because like I said, you guys, I'm just that grown to have a conversation with you and to hear you out. And I'm still gonna, wish you the best and walk away from you. And hopefully, we don't have to end on negative terms like this. Oh, I agree. I so agree, Double B. That feeling you have now to reject. I'm seeing. Good night, y'all. The feeling you have now to reject what I'm saying. I'm not rejecting it. I'm not rejecting it. I agree with you. I agree that I gave my time to somebody who didn't deserve my time. I agree that I gave someone my precious energy who didn't believe it. That's not, that was work because that's what I didn't acknowledge it then, but now that I see it, I don't have to accept it. And again, I do believe that this had to happen because I had to see who he really was as a person, even though he never got that out of me. I never responded negative. I never walked in his establishment and was ignorant or belligerent or just none of those things. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it is what it is. Things happen for a reason. People are sometimes only around for a season, and unfortunately, our season ended, and that's okay. Just back to work. How beautiful, brilliant, amazing, awesome, queen. May you have a blessed night and a wonderful tomorrow. See you just soon, and baby, the ending. Life is full of chapters and lessons. You just gotta learn from past and the lessons. I think I want it. To that part, I agree, 100%. Listen what I said. I agree. I I see your message. I don't know if anybody else could see it, but I could see it. I agree. More so, he said he needed more input. Long story short, I went somewhere, had a short black dress on. I wasn't sure if he was going to be comfortable with what I had on because I felt the dress was too short. And I was going out with the girls for dinner. That's why I had a dress on. Known this for years. He would leave, come back, leave, come back, leave, come back, leave, come back for months at a time. And I will always let him come back. That was my mistake. That was my fault. I only took full accountability. Shouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? And I seen a gentleman that I've known for 10 to 12 years, had a conversation with him. He seen me having a conversation with him, lost his mind, okay? Sleep well, like the queen you are. You're choosing the Lord's lovely angels. Stay safe, blessing. Oh, thank you. And again, I was just having a simple conversation with somebody that I knew. I didn't think nothing crazy of it, but I feared that he would think something because I was speaking to this other gentleman. So what I did was I called him that night and I was like, hey, can we talk? Can we have a conversation? Because any assumptions that he had, I wanted to clear it up. I wanted to clear up any assumptions that he may have thought. Hung up. I said, right then and there, I said, okay, this man thinks something. And that's what I was trying to prevent. So he said that someone came in there and was like, oh, this is the NIGGA you're trying to hide. This is your side dude. It was something like that. And I'm saying, what are you talking about? So the gentleman that I was talking to, I called him and I was like, hey, what happened? I said, because I'm getting all types of crazy messages from him and I don't know what's going on. And that's when the other gentleman asked me, was like, hey, were you talking to him? Were you dealing with him? And in that moment, I'm not gonna lie and say no. I said yes, I am dealing with him. I was dealing with him because, you know, I don't even know what the hell is even going on because I'm getting crazy text messages when I didn't do nothing wrong, but just have a conversation with somebody that I knew. Simple as that. He seen me having a conversation and just thought this crazy assumption. And then he sat there and said, I told him that the gentleman tried to kick it. That's not what I told you. I never told you anything because I never had a conversation with you because you were mad. And then when I invited you over days later and you came over, your exact words were, you don't want to have a conversation. So again, how could I have a conversation with you about something when you didn't want to have the conversation? And then I said to you before you left out the door, hey, call me. So we got the conversation. Okay, cool, I'm going to call you. Never called. So if I'm trying to sit here and clear things up with you and give you an understanding on, hey, I just had a conversation with someone that I knew and it's never been nothing more than that, that's on you because you never let me have that conversation with you to even clarify something up. Then you pulling other men into this. That's not appropriate, yo. No, you're fine. If he was so territorial, then he would have let it be known, yeah, I'm dating her. Yeah, I'm talking to her. But when you wanted to say nothing because you were trying to protect me by saying nothing. Look what you caused by you wanting to be so secretive. I feel if people would have known that me and you were talking, that conversation that I had with him would have been completely different. I would have said hi and bye to someone. And but then that's another thing. I shouldn't even have to sit up here and say hi and bye to somebody. I should be able to engage in a conversation with another human being because I know them before I even know who and or what you were. You know what I'm saying? So no, like in the end of the end, this all falls on him, not me. Well, get to work. Have a good night, Alien Davis. No, it was a simple conversation. No, there was no, it was a conversation. Like, when you have a simple conversation, somebody that says, nothing was too much work. Nothing was too much work. He just wanted to cause a scene for no reason. You cause a scene and then you are pulling this man into something that has nothing to do with anything. And then you're going to say to the gentleman that you're standing next to, oh, you dealing with her. I don't know this man. I've known this man for 2 seconds because I walked inside this door. Other than that, this man has said hi and bye, and that's it. It's never been nothing else. So, what's wrong with you? Then you and little man be safe. Have little Noah get his baseball bat out if needed. Y'all too, please. So, I think I was just his safe haven to come back to because um, I kept letting him come back. You know, and I think that that was my mistake. You know, by me letting him keep coming back consistently, he felt that he could do that, and now that he's up. Now she's talking to somebody else, so she must be dealing with him. No, divorces are out of control because it's not too much. It is not too much work. It is not. You know how easy it is to sit down and have a conversation and talk things out. It's so easy. Put your feelings to the side, be an adult, and have the conversation with somebody when you see them. It's not hard. It's really not that hard. Maybe I just look at it as not hard because of what I went through. So it's not hard to have a conversation. If you're gonna sit here and make an assumption, fine, whatever. Don't respond off of that assumption because you don't even know if something is true or not. That's all I'm saying. If I can't talk things out with you before I marry you, I'm not gonna marry you. I'm gonna leave. Because I want to be able to be able, I want to be able to be able to, I want to be able to talk things out with somebody before I marry them. Because if I get married to you, it's gonna feel like it's a lot more work. No, I'm not gonna put myself in that type of situation. Either we gonna talk things out and we're gonna know how to talk things out before we get married, or we don't got nothing to say to each other. Simple as that. Simple, 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 simple as that. It's not too much work. It depends on the people. It's cold. I'm about to get off of here, y'all. I gotta go. If you guys think that he's gonna try to contact me again, comment down below. Let me know if y'all think he's gonna try to contact me. Comment down below and tell me. If y'all think that he is, put he gonna try to contact you, or put not he not gonna try to contact you. I want to know what do y'all think. I don't know what area you live at, but the area I live in, all I see is pregnant people. I say, I'm running from that. I don't want no parts. None. Oh, no, I'm straight. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not doing none of that. I'm gonna go take a shower. Just do this real quick second. I'm not going to go with nobody. Boo. I'm saying I'm leaving people alone. Boo. My mama always told me, never go somewhere you're not welcome, and never go to someone who don't want you. Boo. I'm going to leave you alone. I wish you nothing but the best. That's all, babes. God bless. God bless. Good luck. Good health. Good peace. Good life. Good energy. Good love. That's I don't want no parts. I don't want you saying I'm harassing you. I don't want you saying nothing like that. Boo. You won't say I did it. You won't say I did it. No, thank you, babes. Mm-mm. I I stand out enough for myself. I'm good. I'm good, my love. I'm good. No, thank you. It's cold. I said, it's cold. It must be some. I said, my earbud died. I'm gonna go. Bye, you guys. Stay humble, stay blessed, and will say truth. Don't chase, replace. Give it to God. Good night. Thank you for joining again on Panda Bears Live. I love you guys. Have an amazing, safe Sunday. Let's get ready for Monday. Dun dun dun. I gotta go. Hope it works out. Later. I love you, lovies.